You are enjoying the expansion of your own personal desire. You realize that you've come forth into this contrasting environment because you knew it would evoke expansion in your desire. Do you know that before you emerged into this body, that you realized that the variety that surrounds you would help you to come to constant new conclusions about what you want, and that you understood that there would always be a new desire within you, freshly hatched, that you had not quite completely come up to speed with. So there would always be something more to realize in terms of full manifestation than you ever have realized. In other words, you never get it done. Can you accept that? Then you'll make a very happy eternal being. If you can't accept that, if there are things that you want, that life has caused you to realize that you want, and they have not yet come to fruition, and you are feeling uncomfortable about the absence of this thing, these things, whatever they are that you want, then you are causing unnecessary grief to yourself. You're causing an unnecessary split in your own vibration. You see, you are source energy in a physical body. Many of you are coming to realize that. You recognize that there has to be more to this than what you see here. You are magnificent genius beings, but as humans, you have not managed to scrape enough dirt together to launch another Earth into orbit, so you have to accept that something else is going on. You have to accept that there is a bigger picture, and we're wanting you to know, indeed there is, and you are an essential part of it. And it is our desire that as we visit here together today, you will realize in very complete terms your part in this larger picture. We want you to recognize that you are source energy in this body, and that you were source energy before you came into this body, and that you will be source energy once you are no longer in this body. But most important of all, you are source energy while you are in this body. In other words, there are literally two perspectives that you hold: the perspective of that source energy and the perspective of this physical you. And the reason that we're pointing that out to you is because unless you understand that you have these two points of perspectives that are relating to one another constantly, you cannot begin to understand your own guidance. You cannot begin to understand the evolution that will take place as a result of your participation here in this leading edge environment. Your source energy before you came into this physical body, and a part of that consciousness has been projected forward into that which is you. But all that you were or are didn't come, just a part, in the same way that all that you are as this human being did not come to this room. There is the mother part of you, the father part of you, the tennis player part of you, the accountant part of you, that you may or may not have brought here with you today. In other words, you are multidimensional beings, even from the personal physical aspect of yourselves that you know. And we really want you to get the sense of the fullness of who you are. So you were source energy, and you made a decision that a part of your consciousness would come forth into this physical experience. And so the idea of that which is now known to you as you was born, and you, that part of you, came forth. So here you are, magnificent beings, expressing through this physical body, exploring the contrast, knowing what you don't want, which helps you to know more clearly what you do want. And out of that exploration, sort of honing and sifting experience, you come all day, every day, to a myriad of new conclusions of what would be an improved life experience for you. You know what you don't want. You know what you do want. When someone is rude, you want them to be nicer. When you don't feel good, you want to feel better. When you don't have enough of something that you want or need, you want more of it. At all levels of your being, these conclusions are being arrived at by you at conscious and unconscious levels. So in the process of that, we like to explain it this way: rockets of desires, ideas of improvement, born out of the perspective of you, the selfish genius perspective of you out here on the leading edge, giving birth to this new rocket of desire constantly, all day, every day. Now, what happens next is what is essential for your understanding, and that is when an idea of something that would be an improved life experience is born from your experience, this non-physical part of you rides that rocket and gives that new intention its undivided attention. In other words, the larger part of you knows so well that no one would know what would be an improved condition for you than you. Even if you are a one-celled organism, the source part of you knows that. Even if you are a cell in a human body or otherwise, when the contrast that is being perceived by the perceiver concludes that this would be an improvement, the source energy follows the path of that improvement. And the evolution of all species is about exactly that. But from your human standpoint, what it means to you is life caused you to know that you want something that right now, temporarily, you probably aren't living. The contrast showed you that you want it, but you don't have it right now. But no worries, the source energy part of you is on it. The source energy part of you rides the rocket, not just rides the rocket, gives it its undivided attention. We've written the book and given it a wonderful title, Ask and It Is Given, and this is what this is talking about. The title could have been longer. The publisher wasn't excited about a longer title, but we want you to now understand that it's not just that you ask and it is given in that simple vernacular. It is that you ask because life causes you to do it, and the source not only gives it, but becomes it. The way it is given is that the source energy part of you becomes the vibrational equivalent of what you are asking for. Sort of getting the idea of that? Every little nuance, every big thing, every time you know what you don't want, you know what you do want, the source energy part of you turns its undivided attention to that expanded, furthest, most reaching point in the creation of the universe. Bless your hearts. You've caused an expansion. The question that we want to talk about here is, are you keeping up with the expansion that your life caused you to give birth to? Source did. Did you? And you know how you know the answer? By the way you feel. If you feel exhilaration, you stayed up with it. In other words, you were rude, you wanted to be nicer. Well, I might want to be nicer, but not right this minute. Because I was only rude because they were rude first. And we say, the source energy part of you became clearer about human dynamics and held the thought of the improved relationship, and your beating the drum of what you don't like is causing a separation, a vibrational split in your energy, which you feel in the form of emotion. When you feel passion or eagerness or appreciation or love, when you feel interest in something, you are on the same vibrational track as the source within you. Oh, when you get up to speed with who you are, you feel vigorous, you feel vitality, you feel balance and clarity and eagerness about life. That's who you really are. That's who the little ones are. Watch them. They feel that. Oh, in time, you'll wear them down. You'll break them like you do your horses. You'll say, you are far too enthusiastic for this condition. Behave yourself. Sit there and be quiet. And in time, because you're so in their face, they'll begin to listen to you. They'll begin to modify the way they feel. They'll be less vigorous. They'll be less eager in time. And then they'll come to a gathering like this, and we'll tell them what to do about it. So, life caused you to expand, and the question that we want to ask and answer is, are you keeping up with your expansion? We want you to realize that you have these two vibrational points that are having a relationship with each other. And when who you are letting yourself be by virtue of what you're thinking and who you have become are on the same vibrational wavelength, you feel good. You call it alignment. We call it tuned in, tapped in, turned on. We call it being who you really are, being in alignment with the total you. We call it being in alignment with the source within you. There are all kinds of different words that you can use to describe it, but the most important thing is you feel great when you're doing that. Or you can be beating the drum of what caused you to launch the rocket. I don't have enough money. 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 I've never had 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 enough money. I don't know anybody has enough money. I don't have anybody has enough money. I don't know anybody has enough money. Except that rich bugger over there. I hate him. 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 What we're wanting you to understand is you cannot beat the drum of not enough money and lay claim to the money that life has caused you to put in your vibrational escrow. Vibrational escrow. Vibrational escrow. Don't you love those words? Somebody else loved them so much that they got the website domain for them. Vibrational escrow. Vibrational escrow. The expanded version of you. The expanded version of you. Your vibrational escrow. So now you want to pay attention to the way you feel so that you can tell if you're vibrationally up to speed with what your life has caused you to become. Now there is another aspect to this that we want to give you briefly here. And once you receive this fully, then we'll be off and rolling. Because once we give you a basis from which to review this gathering and then your own day-to-day life experience, you will never again not know what your guidance is telling you. In other words, this next piece is going to help you to quantify every journey in a way that will give you an assurance, an understanding, a knowing that is going to serve you so well. Law of attraction is the most dynamic law, pervasive law ever. It exists in all dimensions, and it is responding to vibration, which is the basis of everything. Law of attraction says that when a frequency is offered, and a thought is a frequency, an energy, a vibration, that when a frequency is offered, that other frequencies that match it will align with it. You sort of get off track when you think about it in terms of magnetics, but you understand it more clearly when you think in terms of radio signals. You know that you can't set your radio dial on 6:30 a.m. and hear what's being broadcast on 98.7. The frequencies have to match up for there to be satisfying communication. So you can't set your frequency on I don't have enough money and be a vibrational match to the money that you've asked for, that the larger part of you has lined up for you. In other words, you have to be a match to what you want, not a match to what you've got. Now it's lovely if you are a match to what you've got, and what you've got is what you want. But so often, what you've got is part of what you want, but there is something outside of what you've got that you want that you're not a match to because you're so aware of what you've got. You have to stop paying so much attention to what is and start giving your attention to what is becoming. And bless your hearts, you've become such realists. You want to be objective. You want to weigh the pros and the cons and the pluses and the minuses. And mostly you want to wrestle those unwanted things to the ground. And we're wanting you to understand that you cannot give your attention to things not wanted without, in time, establishing a habit of thought. That's all a belief is a thought you keep thinking. A chronic thought that chronically, incessantly holds you apart from what you want. So, we want to show you how your guidance system works. Law of attraction is responding to what you're thinking about. So, if you're thinking about how easy it is for you to always find a parking place at this particular place, have you noticed there's always one waiting there for you? Have you noticed that if you've decided that you cannot ever find a parking place, there is never a parking place there for you, because the law of attraction is responding to the dominant vibrations that you've got going on. But law of attraction is a much bigger story than parking places and money coming to you. It's a much bigger story than what's coming in response to the thoughts that you're thinking here in this physical body, because as we explained to you just a little bit ago, you are a source energy being while you are here in this physical body, and law of attraction is responding to everything that you are. Do you get that? So do you understand that when your life causes you to know what you don't want, which causes you to know what you do want, and the source energy part of you rides that rocket and becomes a vibrational equivalent to what you're asking for, law of attraction is now responding to that vibration. And we just got to appeal to your reasoning. Which do you think is more powerful? Law of attraction's response to this part of you, this source energy, eternal part of you that's been around a lot longer than dirt, this part of you, or this part of you? Esther always gives it away with her interpretation. But we want you to understand, law of attraction is responding to who you really are.